Behind the bag, it gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jeter ends his final game with a walk-off single.
Here's the drive to left. That one is long gone.
Welcome to the Long Gone Podcast. It's me, Michael, and with me as always, S-Man.
What up?
Steve Ford.
How's it going?
I looked at your face as I was getting ready to say it, and you're like, hey. You really held on to that last note.
Really holding that last, I was really feeling the last note there.
You were, dude.
It was important, decided to do the, take a trip to people that have gone to Walt Disney World. That was the Kickin' Cavalcade that happens a couple times a day there at Disney World for the parades. That was the song that they play during it. So there you go.
Ooh,
You're
that's
welcome.
a pull.
Yeah.
That's a
I
fucking
know, right?
pull.
Mhm.
Holy shit.
You only hear shit
getting
like
that little
that
pop
here, man.
out. Hell yeah.
Yep. Put it in my penny sleever
Cheers.
mug too. Cheers. Yeah, that's
Cheers.
right. Oh, geez. There it is. Penny sleever. Penny pinching prices.
Penny pinching the condom for your cards. Hey,
We'll find out more about that later.
we will. Yeah, we're college baseball, dude. College World Series is like 2 weeks away.
It's happening.
insane.
Are we in the regionals? What are we at the early stages here? And it happens
It'd
pretty
be the
quick,
final
though, don't we?
2,
Yeah.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 18, final 18 teams.
Okay, here we go. Buckle
Yeah.
up.
Buckle up. I mean, you get
There's
the
a-
top ones in it, right? I mean, you get the Auburn and Ole Miss, which is going to be played in Auburn. You get Georgia and Mississippi State, which is good because Georgia's a 3 seed. Mississippi,
Okay.
Georgia on my mind.
Well,
UNC, USC, Texas, and Oregon, which you would think would be a football matchup, but it's a baseball matchup.
No, they're like, we're good at baseball too.
Troy and Little
Okay.
Rock, Alabama, St. John, and then the last 4, West Virginia, Cal Poly, which Cal Poly always has a good team, and Kansas and Oklahoma. Surprisingly, LSU's not in it, man. I mean, remember, they won last year,
Wow.
and they're completely out of it this year. Yeah.
That's crazy. Did they just get knocked out early here, or not good enough to see the light of day as far as get to where we're at?
Yeah,
Just a down season there for the for LSU.
I mean, overall, I think so. An
Yeah.
overall down season. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of people, a lot of the top prospects that are going to be in this draft coming. Well, that's another thing coming up in the next month and a half, 2 months is the draft, right? And a lot
draft,
of Rock Chalowski, Grady Emerson. I mean, obviously Von Lackey. I mean, there's some of these guys that aren't in it. Like Rock Chalowski, who's going to be like the number 1 pick, and of course, I think the White Sox got the number 1 pick, so
They do. Yeah.
they're going to have a shortstop, second base duo with Chalowski and Colson Montgomery, which is amazing.
Wow. Okay. It's gonna be It's gonna be killer. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Well,
Figure we just like plug them just a little bit, just to see. I mean, the College Baseball World Series is getting bigger and bigger every year. I really want to say, when the Dylan Cruz and Paul Skeens year, when LSU took that, then it kind of exploded from there, right? I mean, it was like LSU was like the king of sports, and just everything they do in football, and then now baseball, and they were getting better at basketball at the time. But now baseball is a huge program, and I just feel like more eyes have been on the game, which is really good to see because I love college baseball. And to tell you the truth, I think a lot of those guys are pro ready. That's why you see them fly through the minors so quickly.
Yeah, definitely. It is good to see the spotlight on there. Have you written a mock draft yet? I was going to ask.
I haven't written a mock draft. Even last year, I mean, I was kind of. I think I did one mock draft and I never updated it. But it's something where it's just one of those things where I really haven't gotten into it hardcore, just because everything that we have going on with the show. But
for sure,
but this is a year that I think is, I mean, looking at the draft overall, it's a really strong infielder draft. I'm not loving the arm. I mean, they have some good arms like Cameron Flukie and some of those guys, but I'm not a big fan. Or I mean, I am a big fan of a lot of the infielders that are coming out. I mean, it's not like a heavy catcher draft like it was in years past. Which a lot of those picks are starting to look at like, oh, maybe they weren't great catchers, right? The Patrick Bailey led draft where it was like, wow,
Adley Rutschman.
I mean, look at oh, good, yeah, good callback there. I mean, look at some of the top catchers, Steve. Look, I mean, that are suddenly looking on the outside in where Henry Davis, former number 1 pick, Henry Davis for Pittsburgh. I mean, we don't even talk about him because he's just so irrelevant in Pittsburgh right now. Who? You look at remember Drew Romo when he got drafted by the Colorado Rockies? He's not even on their fucking team anymore. Adley Rutschman, dude, another guy that just kind of fell from grace in terms of
supposed to be Johnny Bench, right?
Yeah. He was. Remember that, and I made that big thing like, okay, the catchers are here. This is the era of the catchers. I could have been more wrong about that. I mean, I just don't think that the catchers are as big as we thought. Patrick Bailey, who's that guy in New York? Austin Wells. While I do like Austin Wells, I mean, he's kind of one-dimensional. Joe Mack coming up in the minor league system with the Marlins. I mean, you have good catchers, but not great catchers. Right. Like we thought was going to come out. So I was kind of really surprised to see that. So kind of looking in this draft, I think Von Lackey out of Georgia Tech is about the best one you got in the draft when it comes to catchers.
All right, well.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on that. Hopefully he's not another turd like the rest of them here. So
yeah. I mean, well, he's an elite catcher, good power and arm strength.
At least he got the power. I don't want to see another catcher that can call a good game but can't hit for shit, you know.
Yeah.
The Detroit Tiger way for catchers.
Yeah. But I will say with Dylan Dingler I think has a lot of good in his game where I think it will. I mean, he has known to have a big bat. We'll get into the Tigers in a minute, but I will say that Dylan Dingler is actually one of the successes of catchers. We're still waiting on Harry Ford and some of the young guys to see how they kind of turn up.
Just kidding.
Harry Ford, yeah. Well, he's black, so
well, I mean that might be a giveaway. He might not be a relative of mine, but
technically Steve is black. No.
Oh my god. I'm black on the inside, all right?
He's black on the inside. But no, I mean,
we'll say that.
You got Ryder Helfrich for Arkansas as well. You have some good catchers, but I feel like the catcher position isn't. I think I can only speak for myself. I think I hyped it up more than it ended up being. I don't think it's as big as it was going to be.
That's okay. You know? Stuff happens. Don't beat yourself up over this. All right.
Well, remember that one? We were talking about that once. That Ethan Salas for the Padres. Remember that he went to their spring training. It looked like he was going to make the team like 3 years ago when he was like 18, 17.
Oh yeah.
And he ended up.
I remember that guy.
I mean,
what happened to him?
He's still like one of their top prospects, but he's not like putting up the numbers you thought he would in the minors, man. And
jeez, they figured him out, huh?
Yeah, it makes you wonder about the catcher position going forward. And I mean, do they all end up like I hate to even say Carson Kelly. Carson Kelly was a late bloomer. Remember, he was a top-rated catcher in his system. I think he came up with the Cardinals, and then he bounced around. Finally, he found a little life with Detroit, and then they moved on from him because they had Jake Rogers and Dylan Dingler, and then he found life with the Cubs, and he's been amazing. So
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, but I will say this year's draft, Steve, is a good-looking draft. I like this draft for infielders for sure. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm excited, and I do like how MLB does it now, where they put the draft on All-Star Weekend there and just kind of rope everything together. I thought that was a excellent PR and from a fan standpoint, just a great move by them, and love how MLB Network does it, where it's televised. There are a lot of players in the house, and it is really fun to see. So yeah, I'm excited to bring on the draft because I gotta be excited about something because the Tigers fucking suck. So
because they really do suck. But before we move on to what we're going to be bitching about, and it is bitching, trust me. Hey, I know you're not following college baseball super closely, but who is your Just throw out who's your winner. Who's going to take home?
Man.
Who's going to take it home this year? If you could take your big, who would be?
I mean, obviously, UCLA was number one, but they got their asses knocked out here before we even got to the deep in the tournament here. So,
right,
knock number one off the board. And you know what? I'm gonna go with a team that's normally good at football. I'm gonna go with Georgia. Give me Georgia. Yeah, I'm gonna take a flyer out on Georgia here. Stay tuned,
Steve.
Hopefully,
I was gonna say Georgia too.
Were you gonna say Georgia? Oh, jeez. There we go. All right.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look at us.
I don't follow nearly as close. If I was to fill out like a bracket, like they do for March Madness, I'd be like the the person that goes based on jersey colors and stuff. This pick was solely based on, well, Georgia's got a good football team. I'm going to go Georgia for baseball here. Let's do it.
So okay, there we go. Georgia it is.
Georgia it is. You guys heard it here first. We're going with Georgia.
We're going with Georgia.
We're going with Georgia.
All right, we got to get into it. I mean, not a lot of super big headline talk, right?
No.
So I'll set this up, and then we can just volley back and forth how fucking pissed off we are. Steve and I try. I mean, the Tigers have been just a shit show, and there's no surprise that they're just not a great team this year. No. And what's the point of even talking about them? But I will say it's interesting to see a team that was back-to-back years making it to the second round of the postseason, only
they get the second round and coming within a game of the ALCS both years, and 15-inning marathon last year kept them out of the ALCS. So you'd think that they continue building. They're on the cusp. They signed the top pitching free agent in Kiter Montero. They picked up Justin Verlander, who was supposed to be a serviceable starter to eat up some innings and work with the younger people on the staff, and brought back Gleyber Torres, and brought up Kevin McGonigal. So you think, all right, the offense should start booming with an extra bat in the lineup, and it just hasn't. It hasn't worked out that way. People can blame the injuries.
Yep.
Oh, go ahead.
Yep.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I'm no. You were on a roll, man. You could blame the injuries. No, you said Kiter Montero. I was like, oh no, you meant Framber Valdez.
Yeah, sorry, Framber Valdez. Kiter Montero was on my mind because of the gem that he pitched on Sunday, which AJ Hinch pulled him at like 69 pitches, and to go to his bullpen when the guy was spinning the gem. 69 innings through 6 or 7 innings. But he decided, I got to go to the pen here, because analytics says we need to go to the pen here to close this thing up, even though he's only at 60-something pitches here, and the White Sox can't figure him out. He's got given up 2 hits through his start here, but I'm going to go to the bullpen. I'm going to overthink this again. Then what happens? Pulls puts in another fucking arm there, Drew Anderson or whatever, and promptly gives up a home run, and that pretty much says lights out to that game. So I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
It's a shit show.
I mean, so we were, my dad and I, we were on the phone because we didn't watch the game together. So I was watching the game, he was watching the game, and then he gives me a call like right after the game ends, and he's like, well, they pulled it out. And then I just went on this rant, this like huge rant, and he was, I was pumping him up too, because he was like, yeah. And it was like,
talk about it after last night when they took they took a huge like 5-0 or 8-something, and then they ended up squeaking it out 10-9.
Yeah, and that was kind of the epitome of this season, right? I mean, your bullpen has lost you a lot of your games this year, and with that, it's sad. It's really sad. So, just to kind of start where my venting came from. So basically, Ty Madden comes in, pitches 3 in like 3 1/3, and then we got to yank him right away, which I didn't love. He's a young guy. I kind of wish they would have like had him like bat a little bit, and it's like, okay, we'll put in. I forgot who they put in after that, but I think it was Holton, and Holton actually did his job. And then it came bad, then you get your Drew Summers, and it just fell apart. Hannafy was like the big loser in that one. And then they started coming back, and I kind of looked at it, and this is the same stuff we've been seeing all year round. And yeah, you can blame the players, right? I mean, of course you can blame the players, and then that automatically goes to Scott Harris, Steve, because Scott Harris is the one that assembled this team. But Scott Harris did try fixing the bullpen. The only thing that's malpractice in his part is not adding another like a run driving hitter to the lineup. That's my biggest gripe of this.
Yep.
But he tried to get the rotation better. But he's kind of like, okay, he is on our shit list, but I think we really need to look at AJ Hinch. You and I a couple years ago, we might be off
fire
bandwagon here of AJ Hinch, the fire, and then all of a sudden they went on that run. It was like, oh, we'll ignore these cracks in the armor. You know what I mean? Well, now the cracks that we thought were cracks last year, or maybe things that we overlooked because everything was going good, they're bigger than we thought. And his managing, I'll tell you this, Steven, just to wrap up my long-winded thing here, before you add in, I will say this: I don't want a computer managing my team. You don't pay million if you're paying this dude millions, and every time they cut to him, it looks like he's doing his taxes. He's got paperwork, all this stuff.
He's got his paper. Yep.
If the computer's doing the managing, then what good is he? Because he's not doing his the eye test. We talked to Doug Glanville. We talked to Clint Hurdle, former great manager Clint Hurdle.
Yep.
Why they said their eye test. They trust their eyes more than anything. Yeah, analytics are there, blah blah blah. But there has to be a good mix over it. But it seems like AJ Hinch relies solely on analytics, and it's hurting this team, just as you just said, with how he's like pulling people and then like some of the bonehead moves he makes. I don't love it. I don't like the way he's managing this club.
No, I think he's overthinking it, and the computer, basically, like you said, the computer is telling him what to do. How many times have we seen a completely different, like the same players in the lineup, just in different either positions or in different positions in the lineup, either playing a different position on the field or batting in a different part of the order there. Riley Green is arguably your best hitter. He needs to hit either 1, 2, or 3 so you can maximize his at-bats. You can't bat him 4th or 5th. It's going to give him 1 or 2 less at-bats a game. And throughout the course of a season, 162 games, that's 300 or so less at-bats he gets in a season because you're batting him so low. And he needs to know, all right, I'm going to be playing left field, and I'm going to be batting 2nd or 3rd or something. I'm Kevin McGonigal. I'm going to be playing third base. I'm going to be batting leadoff. Like these players, they need to get into a routine and not need to go to the ballpark each day wondering, A, what position am I going to play on the field, and B, position am I going to hit in the lineup? Because you start getting used to the routine. You start saying, all right, if I'm going to be, I know which pitches I'm going to start seeing in based on the position I'm batting in the order. But no, he changes the order in the lineup almost every single game. And I think it doesn't get, that familiarity doesn't, of routine doesn't get to the players, and they're not as comfortable.
I think you nailed it. I think that's exactly what it is, Steve. And they come to the ballpark wondering where they're going to bat, where they're going to play, and
when I'm going to get pulled.
When I'm going to get pulled. I think they have this. They don't have a familiarity, and the one thing that happened in baseball is the utility player has become way more important than he's ever become. Right.
Yep.
So the utility players all over but it used to be just 1 or 2 guys. Well, Hinch plays his lineup like they're all utility players. Like we're just going to move these guys like puzzle pieces all over.
Yep.
And that works with some teams, but some teams it's just doesn't work. And this team, I'm a fan at home watching the game, and I know it doesn't work. And I'm not even getting millions to be to have my anything being told of like putting in a lineup and all that stuff. But he relies so heavily on analytics that it is hurting the team. I think pitching, it's the worst, because one thing I never loved about AJ Hinch, Steve, he doesn't like players being hot. He has to pull them.
Yep.
He's just like, he's so manic about it. He's like, oh my God, this guy's getting close to 100 pitches, or oh my God, this guy has pitched 3 scoreless innings. Get him out of there and get a new arm.
Get him out of here.
Like, why?
Let's give him a good. Let's leave him with a good feeling here. Oh, what's that? Colt Keith is 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. Totally got a pinch hit for him right now, even though he's having a really good game here and really comfortable to play.
Right.
But nope. Matchups say I need to put a lefty or something in this part part of the lineup with this pitcher on the mound. Even though Colt Keith, regardless of who is pitching, is hitting the cover off the ball in that particular game. You ride the hot hand Chuck Daly did it
You
all the
ride the
time
hot
with the
end.
Pistons. You know, he'd have someone getting ready to check in, but then James Edwards hit like 2 or 3 shots in a row, and you tell like Rodman, go back to the bench. We're keeping Edwards in here. He's hot right now.
Yeah.
You got to do the same thing in baseball. You're hitting
You
well,
have to.
you're pitching well, regardless of what your pitch count's at, you keep him in the game. All right.
Yep.
Kiter Montero had less than 70 pitches and was pitching. The White Sox couldn't figure him out. You keep him in the game until they start stringing some hits together. And then you say, all right, this is, this isn't working. Or the stupid, I fucking hate it when he does, it gets 2 outs right there. Like, let's say he's got an arm in there and they get the first 2 outs of the inning. Obviously, the guy's pitching well, like 2 outs and like 8 pitches or something. Nope. I got to go put another guy in, even though the team can't figure this guy out right here. But, I'm not going to let this guy finish out the inning because, analytics say I should put in a different arm at this point.
Yeah. We don't want a computer managing. I don't want a computer managing our ball club. Nope. And you might as well just put the computer and put a little hat on it and then wheel that out there. Because it's essentially making all the fucking decisions. I don't hate analytics, but I think kind of like Doug Glanville said on our show weeks ago, you got to have a mix, a good mix, but you still got to trust your eyes. You got to trust your eyes. And the best players, the best managers, since we're talking manager, they trust their eyes. The eye test is what got them to the game, to that point. Analytics didn't get them there. Their eyes did. And I'm sorry, but I feel like a lot of us are forgetting that AJ Hinch used to manage the Arizona Diamondbacks. And he used to be fucking horrible with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Yeah, you can say the players weren't good. Yeah, you can say they just weren't ready to win. Yeah. But then he comes to Houston, and by then they were already drafting studs to be a part of that winning franchise that ended up being dominant in the late 2010s. You know what I mean? So, or the late 2010s. So I get that. Okay, that's fucking awesome. But I feel like we're not getting a good manager with Hinch. And I feel like, he could be the fall guy, but unfortunately he had a big hand in hiring Scott Harris. So I think Scott Harris probably has a loyalty to AJ Hinch. And I don't love it. I don't love this situation. I feel like they're going to keep rolling things out there, even if it doesn't work. And I can't stand managers like that where they won't change the way they do things.
And why is Jack Flaherty still on this team?
I don't know. There's a lot of moves you can make, Steve. One is Jack Flaherty should be in the bullpen. Jack Flaherty can't go past 50.
I don't care. No one's going to pick him up. Just DFA him, all right? And just say, we would rather pay you just to sit at home.
He's at his best, like 1-2 innings, and then he gets shitty. But they're paying him like a starter, so that's why they keep him in there. I hate that. I hate that you play with money like that. Like, well, we pay him this much. Fuck that guy. Like, and I like Jack Flaherty as he seems like a cool guy, and he's had a good career in the past, but he's not a starting pitcher anymore. He has entered Kenta Maeda territory, where it's just. The arm's just not there, and it's the junk that he's throwing, and he's just hitters can hit off of him all day. And another thing too is, you're like when you have Kerry Carpenter when healthy, I don't like that he sits against certain what is he sits against righties or a lefty.
It's lefties. Yep.
And I hate that. I don't like when managers in all of baseball do that. I understand if you're Jock Peterson and you're in your 30s, you're going to bench him. Right, because he does better, on the splits. But with Kerry Carpenter, the dude's still in his 20s. Like, how do you know? What if he let him figure lefties out, or he'll never figure it out? Like, and don't tell me, well, in practice he's not hitting lefties. Well, I want to see him in games more trying to hit lefties.
Yep.
And that's what I want to see because, it's just moves like that make me question AJ Hinch and what he's doing, right? And you're putting your team in a box. You put when you don't ride the hot hand. When they get hot, you remove them. And I want to know what those clubhouse meetings are like with him. Does he talk to his players, or does he just walk away like, oh, they're pros, so they got to figure it out? I mean, what is his approach to this team? Because right now, he doesn't show. I mean, when I see him at the podium talking after a game after a loss, I don't want to hear my manager saying he doesn't know what to do. Like he'll say, "I don't know. You tell me. What happened?" He's like, "I don't have an answer for you. I want an answer. You get paid millions for the answer.
Figure it out.
You see this team, yeah." And I think it all goes back to what you said. I think everything you said was beautifully packaged and exactly the point I also want to agree with and get across is you got to stick with the same lineup. You got to ride the hot hand. That's how you're going to get this team out. Fucking trying to find the winning even when he does find a winning combination, like you explained with Cole
He doesn't
Keith.
stick with it.
Good.
No,
he doesn't stick with it, and then he lets. I don't want to see Zach Short in game-winning situations. I don't want to see Jahmai Jones in game-winning situations. We know who those guys are. Zach Short's like 29, 30 years old. We get who he is. Jahmai Jones is the same way. We know the kind of player he is. I want to see players. It's almost like AJ Hinch is betting on the games. Because that's a move you make when you're trying to like flub the fucking the over or the under. You're trying to flub the odds. Because I don't understand his approach, Steve. It's like he does everything opposite you should do, but he's listening to a computer. And at this point, I'm saying I wouldn't mind if he got shit canned and then make George Lombard the new manager, because I actually like Lombard.
Yep.
Or go back and go hire Clint Hurdle. Was just on the show a couple weeks ago.
Yep. He said he'd be open to the right opportunity. Point. Yep. Yeah. Someone that actually looks up from his fucking clipboard and sees what's actually going on, reads the body language of the players, instead of looking at what the computer is telling him to do. Look at your players. What are they doing? Why is Spencer Torkelson still in the lineup? And not only still in the lineup, batting up high in the lineup. The guy fucking blows. All right. If you want to still play him,
8.
Yeah. If you want to still play him, put him at the fucking bottom of the order. All right. I don't want to see him batting 5th. All right. He sucks.
Well, that's another thing too. No, you're right. He does suck. And the thing is, you notice when Hinch has done that in the past, like when he's put Baez down in the order or Torkelson, it will be for like 2 games where it's like, okay, you're going to bat. Yep. That's cute. We're going to get cute and bat you 8 and 7. And then you'll have like one good game or whatever. Right, instead of keeping you there and figuring it out, we're going to throw him back up where he's going to get the best pitches and just suck ass. You know what I mean? And it's just, I just don't understand what he's trying to do here. And then I kind of makes me think back to how he handled us in the postseason. I don't love how he handled the postseason. Then you start thinking, like, you ever think about that? Like when times are good, Steve, you ignore all the other stuff that could be a problem.
Yeah,
like,
all the warning signs. Like last year, how we blew a 15.5 game lead, but hey, we still got in the playoffs and we won the opening round. We avenged Cleveland, who overtook us, for the division championship. But hey, that's cool. The writing was on the wall last year. I think through 100 games from last year into this year, we're like 30-something games under 500.
And I think a lot of people ignored that, especially. Well, I think Tiger fans actually had their finger on their thumb on the pulse, right? They were like, "Well, guys, we should be a little concerned about this." But AJ Hinch and Scott Harris, they said in the spring training conferences, like, we are trying to win a World Series. That's why we didn't trade Tarek Skubal. That's why we added to the rotation and stuff, because they think this team could have competed a World Series. Holy fuck, they couldn't have been more wrong. You know what I mean? It's like your problems last year are problems this year.
Problems this year.
But they're compounded now. Steve, I'm scared for this franchise. And it's like, do you blow it up? I don't know. I honestly, I think it's at a point now where you got to cut your losses with people like Spencer Torkelson. You probably do have to trade Tarek Skubal just to see what you can get. And the thing is, the asking price is going to be way lower than it was when you could have traded him in the offseason.
Because he's coming off that injury. Yep.
Yeah, he's in a contract year, so it's like, okay. So I don't know what to do with it, and I'm just at this point with the Tigers where it's poorly managed, and it's like, oh, we rebuilt for almost a decade to have 2 winning seasons. That sucks. That's so badly mismanaged, and
we feel like the White Sox, right? It's like the White Sox with the Mancada and all that shit. All that for 2 years of a postseason run and a Game 5 in the ALDS. Very similar here, all that work.
Very similar. But look at them, they're winning now, but that's because they had to clean house and get people who know baseball. You know what I mean? So I'm talking about the White Sox. So I don't know, man. So I guess to wrap it up, I'm out on Hinch, man. I don't know if you're out on him. I'm out on him. Even if they start winning again, I don't think he's the guy.
Like we saw from my response to the text message you sent me and my response last night, I'm pretty much out on the team as a whole. You know?
Yeah, you're already moving on to football.
I think I told you I was like, I've moved on to the Lions and Michigan State Spartan football here. So
yeah, man.
You know, like that game last night that they pulled out. Getting the win. I didn't watch a single pitch of that game. I got the updates on my phone. I was like, oh, that's cute. We're up 8-2 or whatever it was. I was like, 10-5. All right, good. And then 10-9. I was like, we're gonna blow it. And then we held on for it. But I guarantee you this: that lineup that scored him 10 runs last night is gonna be a completely different lineup tonight. Yep.
My dad and I said the same thing. They're like, you watch, he's going to mess the lineup up again, even though that actually worked. And here's another thing with that. When you have a team that's finally rallying and getting hits and scoring runs because they went into, obviously, a cold streak, you want to complement that with good pitching, right? So when you're giving up games because you decided to go to your bullpen and choose the wrong guys and keep them in there. Bo Brisk, what's he in the majors for? Drew Summers, what's he in the majors for? Dude, he's back. Why is he in the majors? He's Hannafy. Those are not major league pitchers. Those guys, it's such little league bullshit.
Bo Brisk had a magical month in 2024, and that was it. Other than that, he's been shit. Yeah.
They're not everyday guys. They're just not. They're not guys you want on your roster, and somehow they make it on our roster. And I'm just tired of it. It's bargain bin shopping. It's I don't love it. I fucking hate it, Steve. And that right there, what they pulled last night, what Hinch pulled last night, is the reason that team is not looking like they're trying. Is the reason they just look like they're defeated. Because even when they throw a 10 burger up there,
they almost
their pitchers are going to give it up. It's almost like the Lions defense last year. They could throw up 40 burger, and then the fucking defense will give up the game.
Yep.
It's so disheartening. And it's
45-42.
I mean, what does that say to your team, though? When you're like, we did everything we're supposed to do, and then the fucking pitching fucking collapses again. I mean, that happens so much this year. So, I don't know. I'm just fucking upset with it. I think
they've lost like 11 or 12 games by one run, and I think they became like only the second team in the last 60-something years to give up walk-off wins in like 4 or 5 consecutive series or something like that. At least one of the games was a walk-off loss. Yeah.
Fucking gross, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
Fucking gross. So, in stating that, that is that. But
that is that.
So, Steve and I are going to do a little cooling off here. Steve, what do you say we hear a word from our sponsor as we go cool off?
Let's do it. Whether you're a casual collector or a seasoned card enthusiast, the Penny Sleever is your one-stop shop for all your card protection needs. They carry everything from classic regular sleeves and versatile top loaders in multiple thicknesses, 35-point, 55-point, 75-point, 100-point, and beyond, to premium magnetic card holders and specially graded card sleeves perfect for PSA and SGC slabs. Need resealable bags, team bags, vintage sleeves, or colored top loaders? They have over 71 products in stock, all priced to help you build and protect your collection without breaking the bank. And now they're offering an exclusive promotion just for you. First-time buyers can get 10% off their entire order with promo code LONGGONE. Just visit thepennysleever.com and use that code at checkout. Don't let your valuable cards go unprotected. Shop the Penny Sleever today and see why collectors trust them with their most prized possessions. The Penny Sleever. Premium protection, penny pinching prices. There it is. It's got the bumpers. I got the mug. Love those folks at Penny Sleever. I mean, high quality products at very affordable prices. I talk about the shipping. Anything up to $59 is a flat $7 flat rate for shipping. Anything over that, the shipping's free. So an economy that we have right now where everything is, super expensive. You can leave it to your friends at Penny Sleever to give you the products that you need, quality products at an affordable price and affordable shipping too. So I love Penny Sleever. Mike loves Penny Sleever. Great people, and just really, good accents to your collection, because your collection's an investment, so you want to invest in something good for your investment. So you invest in Penny Sleever, get those products, silicone bumpers, those are fantastic, and just really good people over there.
Yeah, and just echoing what you said, I mean, it's basically the condom for your collection.
That's definitely the condom for your collection. Wrap it up, ribbed. Those. It's good. It's good
for your pleasure.
It's ribbed for your collection's pleasure right there. All right.
And just like the promo, go use our promo code, man. Go out there and use it and get your 10% off. Plus, it's good. It keeps track and it lets you know, like, hey, Mike and Steve sent you.
So, that's right. Let them know we sent you. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's time we haven't done one. This is our first. We're going to do a Forgotten series today, aren't we? So
our first, usually we never started this late. Usually we start in like May-ish, but we've had so much.
We've had so much interviews and
exactly. So we decided let's do one to start the year for Forgotten series. Last year we had some good ones, right? We had some, I think, Nomo, Jose Reyes. I think we always put in a Negro Leaguer every year, sometimes multiple. We've had some good ones in the past. Some really good Forgotten series of for anybody new listening to the show. We talk about players that made an impact at some point in the game that were really good, and then they just kind of were forgotten by baseball, right? Your Troy Glosses and some of those, like whatever fucking happened to those guys. So this week, we kind of dip back into our childhood a little bit. I remember this guy kind of in my teens more so, and then and then he played. I mean, he was really, really good when he played, but that is no other than we'll try to get on the show, but. Hopefully we can get him on one day, but Shawn Green.
Cool. Shawn Green. Yeah, this is a trip into a little bit in the Wayback Machine, like you said, our teenage years. And Shawn Green, had a very, very good career there. Started in 93 and lasted until 2007. So, high quality 14 years. Started things out with Toronto. I'm sure we'll get into his early stuff, but just a guy that could, had some power in his bat, and looking over some of his stats here. When he retired, he was one of only 14 players with at least 300 home runs, 1,000 runs and RBIs, 400 doubles, and a 280 average, and 150 stolen bases. So he's kind of could do it across the field. Good defender as well. And, if I know you, do we have a scouting report on Shawn Green here?
We do, yeah. We absolutely have a scouting report on Shawn Green. So, Shawn Green coming out of high school in 1991. He was a guy that really, I mean, he was thinking college, right? I mean, he wanted. I mean, the dude is from Illinois, so he was thinking Midwest colleges, but there was West Coast colleges after him too. So you're like, where was he going to go, right? And he was mind you, he was a proud Jewish player too. So he was thinking He was thinking also that kind of played in his decision, but ultimately Mr. Shawn Green decided okay, what I'm going to do is forego my Stanford University scholarship because he got the scholarship in 91, and I'm going to go with into the pros. And he ended up doing that. And so going like you said, so his scouting report. So I got his scouting report pulled up here. Did you know Shawn Green was in the 1991 class? He was coming out of high school. He was one of the top pure hitters in the draft class. He was actually a classic top a 5-tool outfield prospect. Now we see that a lot in a lot of these guys. They actually, I think that's a term that was kind of loosely back then, and even more so today. It's like, oh, he's a 5-tool player, and then when he gets to the minors, you're like, well, maybe a 2-tool guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
But at this point, Shawn Green. They said that he had advanced left-handed bat. Scouts loved his smooth, quick swing and ability to hit to all fields. He was a directional hitter, and that was something that today is still very looked great upon. But as analytics come in, it's like, okay, in what situations, what are the odds, blah blah blah. But at his time, if you can hit to all fields, that's almost good as being a left-handed pitcher in baseball. Like, people are going to want to look at you. He had projectable power. I mean, he was 6'4", 200 pounds coming out. Evaluators believed his gap power would eventually become 25 to 35 home run power. And athleticism, they marked that as well. He wasn't just a hitter. He ran well to project a stolen base threat. So that kind of gave him part of the 5-tool aspect with the strong arm. They considered his this is where I kind of laugh. They were like, well, they considered he had an above-average arm. So even though his arm was above average, it wasn't elite. Because to me, if you're a 5-tool player, you're great at all 5 tools. Well, he had an above average arm, so they're like, oh, he's a 5-tool player. Right?
Slow your roll there, all right?
But I really do think, and kind of going through the history of Shawn Green, I think his best asset was his baseball IQ. Now, that's something you don't think of when you're thinking of 5 tools, because 5 tools, right? You got to hit for power, got to hit for average, you got to be fast on the bases, you got to be able to have a strong arm, you got to be able to field. I think they should extend that to a 6 tool. You got to be smart, right? I think that's something that not a lot of people get talked about enough. His makeup was strong. His IQ and his makeup were very good. And in this scouting report that I'm looking at, they called him scouts called him, more than one scouting report called him an intelligent player, highly coachable. That's something that gets overlooked too. And with a strong work ethic. So and he spoke to both his academics. He was very smart in Stanford, in school, because he committed to Stanford. So he was very smart to even make that, right, to get the scholarship. And his maturity was ahead of its time.
Wow. Sounds like a great guy. And not only that,
he was a good Jew. He was a hell of a Jew.
Throwing in there, only Hank Greenberg has more home runs and RBIs than Shawn Green in regard to Jewish major leaguers. So there's that. But speaking to his smartness and just good overall, as a person, when he signed that signing bonus with Toronto, it was a $725,000. A portion of that he donated to the Metropolitan Toronto Housing Authority Breakfast Club, which provides breakfast for kids
Shawn
who
Green
would otherwise go to school hungry. So he gave back, got the signing bonus, and then automatic, in turn gave some of that back to help out others. So definitely, it seems like he had it all going on, above average and a lot of categories there, and had to be excited at the time, drafted by Toronto, because they were just getting into the cusp of being good there with their back-to-back World Series. Coming in there his first season there in '93 would have been probably came in at the tail end, only played a handful of games, so didn't quite qualify for the World Series. Yeah, he played in a whole 3 games that first season,
games,
but. Yeah, just call him the Rod Allen, like how Rod Allen tried to claim he was a World Series champion on the '84 Tigers, even though he played in like a handful of games there. Shawn Green could technically be like, I'm a World Series champion right there. I was on that '93 Blue Jays team, but really got things started in '95, that first full season where he finished in the top 5 of Rookie of the Year voting there, and kind of took off and just had a great stretch there from about '95 to right in the early 2000s, where I would say he's not only a home run machine, he was a doubles machine too in '99.
Yeah,
leading the league in doubles at 45. Those extra base hits. Stretch it across the field. Getting close to 200 hits. In a handful of seasons there, and it's just really hit the ground running there on those Blue Jays teams, and harkening back to him being Jewish. Because of that, he would sit out Yom Kippur during his career. He would not would not play during that as because he was Jewish. So
I respect players who I respect players who are like very much. It doesn't matter what religion they are, but I love that there's certain things that they're like, okay, I'm gonna celebrate this, and my job isn't gonna get in the way of that. And I really do respect that.
Yep, I do too.
So listen, his last season with Toronto was arguably his best season, where he hit 309 with 42 home runs, 45 doubles, which is league leading. Toronto actually weren't being cheap. They actually wanted to re-sign him, but he wanted to move back to California, which were kind of where he grew up more. He was born in Illinois, I believe, but he grew up in California. I believe his wife or his girlfriend at the time was from there as well. So that's what made him sign with the LA Dodgers. He was quick to sign with an extension with them. He actually was really good out of the gate with them too. I mean, he picked up where he left off, and then, I mean, arguably his best year, I think, was back in 2002. Right, where he was 29 years old, hit 285 with 114 ribs, 166 hits, 31 doubles that year. So, I mean, he was pretty good and had it really good. And then I mean, even up until he went to Arizona in 2005, he was still slugging the ball. I mean, he didn't even end the year, his career bad, right? It wasn't like he was a liability. He played 15 years.
Right.
He was a dad. He wanted to do life after baseball because he knew he could only get so far. And he was, I mean, we compare him, right, Steve? We look at Shawn Green. We're like, oh, he wasn't like a Mattingly guy. He wasn't even like a Dale Murphy guy, right? I mean, he was a 2-time All-Star, 1 Gold Glove, 1 Silver Slugger. I mean, that's he was just a solid fucking player. I mean, that's the way you look at it. The Hall of Really Good.
I was gonna say, put him in the 1930s or 40s. He might be a Hall of Famer. Get him on that Veterans Committee. Put him in.
Oh,
right?
He would. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He would have got in first ballot on that shit. Yeah, dude. Dude, he totally would have too. They would have fucking got him. Oh man, I'm sure they would have been like right on it.
They would have eaten him up with a knife and a fork.
Yeah, no shit. I'm looking at his draft class, just trying to see who was in that draft class who had some good. Okay, so Dimitri Young was in that draft class. No? Dimitri Young was a shortstop drafted by the Cardinals in '91. Can you believe that shit?
Wow, no, I can't. I cannot see him as a shortstop. Oh, wow.
Boy, that first round was pretty bad.
A lot skinnier back then, huh?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm looking at Aaron Seeley. I think he made his career mostly with Chicago, the White Sox, but he was drafted by Boston in that draft. Shawn Green. Doug Glanville was in that draft, number 12.
Okay. Good, Doug.
Cornelius Floyd, which I believe was Cliff Floyd. I could be wrong about that.
Okay. I think you might be right.
No, that wasn't Cliff Floyd. Oh, yeah, it might be. You
know what? We're going to go with that, all right?
We're going to go with it.
Yeah.
First round pick, first pick in the draft by the Yankees, Breen Taylor. Anybody? Breen.
Oh, Breen. Taylor? Really used that first pick.
Could be Brian,
right
too. Could have been a Brian because it's Brien, so they might have been cute. Be like, we're going to spell Brian a different way.
Brian.
Oh, boy, yeah. This was a bad first. This is actually a bad draft now I'm looking at it.
Jeez.
Not too many good. I see one on here.
Okay.
Somebody.
Okay.
It's got to make sure it is. Oh, Manny Ramirez.
Who? No, I'm just kidding.
Drafted as Manuel Ramirez.
Ooh, Manuel. Okay.
So he was a couple good picks in that one. Oh, Benji Gill. Yeah, there were some okay ones. Not a great draft, I would say, but definitely serviceable for the most part. So yeah, Sean. Yeah, sure. We'll put it in there.
Sure, we'll roll with that, Mike.
We'll roll with it. Good. Fuck me. All right.
Good. Yeah. Fuck me. All right, cool.
Fuck me. All right. But no, I Shawn Green, always classic. I remember watching him. I always loved because he was like this big tall guy, but he wasn't like a hulking player. He was more built like a Ted Williams, right? Where Ted was like tall and spindly, and he was tall, but he wasn't spindly, but he was like kind of average, right? I mean, he had long strides when he ran. He was always a reliable corner outfielder. Always a reliable corner outfielder. He retired at 34 years old. I mean, and he didn't leave the game in a bad manner. It was just like he put his time in. He had a solid career, and he moved on. Kind of like a very Josh Reddick kind of a situation there.
Yeah. Let me throw a little nugget at you as well here. So
do it.
In that 2001 season, I believe he hit 49 home runs. That was a Dodgers single-season record until, you guessed it, Shohei Ohtani hit his 50th home run in 2024. So that record stood for a bit. But yeah, before Ohtani there, Shawn Green had set the Dodgers single-season home run record at 49. So
and
how about them apples?
I got another one for you. Okay, I'll take that, and I'll try to top it. That in 2002, he hit 4 home runs in one game.
Yeah, okay.
And guess who else? And you know what? He wasn't the only player to do that season. That was also Mike Cameron did it that season. 4 home runs in one game.
Wow.
That's when he played for the Dodgers. Yeah.
Jeez. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
I did not know Mike Cameron did that as well.
Yep.
He had a... Yeah, is that's Daz Cameron's dad, right? Mike Cameron.
Ah, yes.
Good old Daz.
Anybody remember Daz Cameron?
Daz Cameron. Anyone?
Anybody?
Won the big prizes in the Justin Verlander trade. Yeah.
We're old Daz nowadays. I don't know where old Daz is. I don't even think Daz
old
plays
Dazzy
anymore.
Daz. See that Derek Hill's still farting around somewhere too? Sorry,
man. Des Cameron is in Korea. Des Cameron's in Korea,
God.
everybody.
Is he on the same team as Matt Manning?
I don't know. He's hoping to be like a Drew Anderson one day.
Sure. Hey, I'm sure if he has a big offensive season, the Tigers will bring him back there.
Yep, they'll bring him back for nothing. Peanuts, because we're cheap.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, Shawn Green. Like
Shawn
I
Green,
said,
baby.
that harkens back to my my teenage years. Yeah, so that's a really cool, good guy. Just a good all around athlete, and like you said, didn't like limp to the finish line for playing. He left, on his terms there to go be a dad, which is always
be a dad.
Good way to go.
He was one of the early investors in tech. He was like an early tech entrepreneur.
Smart.
So right. I bet this guy's a million upon millionaire, because he did it early before like the big tech boom. So I'm sure, out there in Silicon Valley and stuff, he became an author, and looks like he co-founded and built Greenfly, which is a software as a service technology platform. So big into that. The company is built to help sport leagues, teams, brands organize and distribute short-form video content, connect athletes with fans. Shawn Green is out there, guys. Yeah.
Jeez.
That's dope.
Wow, that is awesome. Man.
Shawn Green,
speaking of
Green.
Yeah. Speaking of taking and it's going to be completely off topic. Did you know, speaking of investing post-playing career, Vinny Johnson, just throwing this out there, made $6 million during his NBA playing career. He parlayed that into a net worth now of $500 million by founding, I think he went software. Dude. I think he went software as well. Or sorry, he did automotive parts. Yeah, automotive parts.
Still though.
Yeah. Yes, now he's
some
worth
guys
over,
after their careers are really successful in other aspects. I mean, look at Glover Quinn, remember, for the Detroit Lions? He made more money after football with his investments than he's ever made. Even Ndamukong Suh says he's made more money after football because he was a big-time investor with like real estate than he's ever made in baseball. That's pretty cool. In football.
So you have the right people in your corner, and you're smart and know how to do it right. You can do good things there. So
well, that's what you just said. I mean, the first thing, if you have the right people in your corner, right? I mean, if you have the right people, the right financial advisors, you could really do some big things. Some really good things. So Shawn Green, man, hats off to you.
Yeah.
Good job.
Let me throw one more at you. Speaking of throwing, he would he threw batting gloves to children each time he hit a home run in his home ballpark. So how about that?
Oh, no shit.
Yep.
Shawn Green, cool. Giving back to the community.
Giving back.
Keeps on giving.
One glove at a time.
One glove at a time.
That's fun. I love me some Forgotten series.
Yep. You're a classy Jew, Shawn.
Oh, God. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Love you.
Love you. Oh, boy. So with
yes,
that,
sir.
Shall we head on over to the Fantasy Factory?
Let's do it.
All right.
All right.
A little trade analyzer here.
Little trade analyzer. A little however you want to say it. It's been like over a month since we've done this last.
Yeah.
But I found this trade. I thought it was an interesting enough trade that I had to throw you out there. For people who haven't listened to this part in the show before, any new listeners, whatever, Steve plays commissioner here, and he gives a thumbs up, basically kind of like a Roman emperor, the thumbs up, thumbs down,
exactly.
if it's good to go with a trade. So I saw a trade, thought I'd throw it on the show. Bobby Witt Jr. and Cody Bellinger are headlining this trade for Jacob Mizorowski and Sal Stewart. You giving it a yeah or a nah?
Man, it's a toughie, man. Because you got the Miz, who's arguably the best pitcher in baseball right now, just a pitching machine, and Sal Stewart, up and coming, with Cincinnati, good offensive player. But Bobby Witt Jr. He's fucking Bobby Witt Jr. and Bellinger isn't bad either. So it's two very good offensive players for one really good pitcher and one pretty good offensive player. You know what? I'm gonna go on this one. I like it. You know, the Miz, even though he plays only every fifth day as a starter, he's out there. You know, he's gonna throw you a gem. It's really gonna help your Ks and your ERA and all that. And Sal Stewart, really good for Cincinnati. I think could potentially be a potential rookie of the year here. So, you got a superstar in Bobby Witt, solid player in Cody Bellinger for a superstar in the making, and Jacob Misiorowski and a solid player in Sal Stewart. I'm gonna go on this one. It's a for me.
Gotta admit, I didn't think you were going to go that way with it, just because. I mean, it's not one-sided, right? I mean, they're both. I mean, they're both like really. It's actually a really even trade. I mean, even today, I had to ask your advice on a trade. I was like, man, should I do it? Because I was like kind of back and forth. I mean, it's you're like you said, you're adding some categories, but also you're taking away from a category.
Taking away from some. Yep.
I mean, that's just the way the cookie crumbles in that.
Yeah. Ultimately, you have to long-term think, is this the best move? And I think long-term, Sal Stewart's going to continue to, Marla agrees with me. Sal Stewart's going to continue to do what he's doing, and the Miz is going to continue being one of the top pitchers in baseball. So, yeah, I think it's an even trade overall. It's a yeah.
Yeah, you and I were talking up Miz last week. So, I mean, we're big Miz fans. So, I mean,
we are big, yeah.
Could have a Cy Young season underway here. So
not just
saying
that because I pulled his rookie card for Topps, and want to protect my investments. So
there you go. Hey, dude, anybody that throws 102, 103, I mean, they're going to stay in Major League Baseball. I mean, they could have a career ahead of them. So
and then couples it with a slider that's in the 80s. Just the changes the eye level and changes the speed of the bat there. From one pitch to another. So you're going to be around for a while.
Yeah, I mean, he's as tall, if not taller, than Randy Johnson was, and he reminds me so much of Randy Johnson. But there's like a lot of life
control right now.
With better control, a lot of life.
Randy Johnson, it took him a while to get his control because he was all over the place during his time in Montreal and early on in Seattle. Yep, and then he figured it out. But the Miz, he's already got the precision down so far, and he's got the speed. It's
and he's super young still. So
yep. So buckle up on that. I think we
buckle up, people.
Have something here. Yep.
All right, Steve. I feel like you're killing it in fantasy baseball. So I feel like
knock on.
Anybody listening,
I got a tough matchup this week.
Well, anybody that's listening to the starter sit, I mean, Steve's riding a high right now, so you might want to listen to his picks for starter sit. So with that, Steve, are you ready to play?
I'm ready. Let's cue the music.
All right, Steve, who are we starting? Ben Rice or Michael Busch first base?
Michael Busch.
Spencer Torkelson or Christian Walker first base? Sorry, I even had to put this on
you. Christian Walker.
Nathaniel Lowe or Rhys Hoskins first base?
Nathaniel Lowe.
Matt McLean or Gleyber Torres back from the IL?
Welcome back, Gleyber. That's Matt McLean.
Bryson Stott or Brandon Lowe?
Brandon Lowe.
Nico Horner or Andres Gimenez, second base, shortstop?
Andres Gimenez.
Isaac Paredes or Matt Chapman, third base?
Matt Chapman.
Junior Caminero or Eugenio Suarez?
Caminero.
Caminero's having an MVP season, man.
He is, dude. Oof.
I mean, right now he's taking off. Alec Baum or Ryan McMahon, third base?
Ryan McMahon.
Bo Bichette or Jeremy Pena, shortstop?
Jeremy Pena.
C.J. Abrams or Willie Adames, short?
C.J. Abrams.
Jacob Wilson or Trevor Story, short?
Jacob Wilson.
Let's move over to the outfield. Riley Green or Seiya Suzuki, outfield?
Riley Green.
Another Cub, Pete Crow Armstrong or Jarren Duran, outfield?
PCA.
And rounding it out, Weiler Abreu or Eloy Ramos, outfield?
There we go. Eloy Ramos.
What do you got for waiver wire?
All right, well, here's 3 players I'm looking at this week on the waiver wire to potentially pick up and help boost your team. First is Dustin May for the St. Louis Cardinals. He's up 10% in Yahoo leagues. He pitched 7 innings last week, getting a quality start and striking out 9. Second is the rich keep getting richer with the Braves here. Jorge Mateo for the Atlanta Braves. He's up 14% in Yahoo leagues. He hit .368 last week with 2 dingers and 5 RBIs. And third is Connolly Early for Boston Red Sox. He's up 9% in Yahoo leagues. He pitched 7 innings last week, getting the win and striking out 7. So those are 3 players I'm looking at this week on the waiver wire.
Connolly Early, baby, I got him. Good pitcher. Good young pitcher. Good. Yeah, Boston. I for the lack of Garrett Crochet and everything he's not doing this year, Connolly Early is a pleasant surprise for Boston.
Nice. Good for you for getting him.
Good for me.
Yeah, good for you. With that, shall we head on over to Collection Corner?
Let's fucking do it, buddy.
All right. Yeah. You don't need to be a serious collector to get into cards. Market Movers makes it simple. Just take a picture of any card and instantly see its value, sales history, and add it to your collection. With data from millions of transactions across all major marketplaces, you can trust what you're seeing. You can track your collection, follow your favorite players, and better understand the card market. Plus, members get monthly giveaways, a weekly newsletter, and invites to live events. Use code GONE20 for 2 weeks free. Then 20% off for life at marketmoversapp.com.
All right, for this week, I got a guy that I know you're going to get. I'm going to try to spoon feed you, but it's hard because this you're going to know. Okay, so I went in my Market Movers collection, picked out a pretty good card. I mean, this isn't like an overwhelmingly it's a great card. I think down the road it's going to be pretty expensive. So my guy is from St. Louis, Missouri originally. He made his debut in 2008. He still plays. He's older. He's 41 years old right now, but he still plays. He's a pitcher. He's a 222 and 120 record. So I just don't think he's going to get the 300 career wins. An ERA of 3.26. He's actually going to hit he's already the 3,000 strikeout. So, I mean, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. I mean, you had 3,000 strikeouts. That's like a benchmark. But in his career, he has 3,499 strikeouts. So 3,500 is coming pretty soon. He has played for 7 different teams in his career. You think with a guy like that, that'd be like a journeyman pitcher, but he's anything but a journeyman pitcher. Let me tell you this guy's accolades here. Mr. Unknown is an 8-time All-Star, a 2-time World Series 2-time World Series champion, 3-time Cy Young Award winner, 2-time MLB first, all MLB first team, 4-time wins leader, 3-time NL strikeout leader. He has pitched 2 no-hitters in his career, and he actually tied the records. This might even give it away. He even tied the MLB record for strikeouts in a 9-inning game with 20.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. He's a fierce pitcher. He's a guy that never wants to come out of ball games. I think he is the last of a dying breed of just these are like your Bob Gibson kind of pitchers who are like, I am going to scare the fuck out of you. And that's one thing I loved about this guy.
Does he have 2 different colored eyes?
He might.
I'm going to go with Mad Max Scherzer.
Absolutely, man.
Nice.
Absolutely. Yeah, Max Scherzer.
I love Max Scherzer.
You know, when he left Detroit, I thought he'd have been a really good pitcher, but I would have never thought he'd be a Hall of Famer. But then when what he did with Washington, I still am kind of bummed that Washington moved on from him. I understand they wanted to start the rebuild and we have the team that they have now, but I really was bummed that they kind of was like, hey, we don't want to pay that contract anymore.
Done.
I mean,
you
look at that 2019 Washington Nationals team with Steven Strasburg, Bryce Harper, Trey Turner,
Juan Soto.
I don't want to mention Anthony Rendon because he hates baseball. But there was some Jason Worth, I think, might have been on that team. I mean, you had some really quality guys on that team, and Max Scherzer was the head of that rotation, even more so than Steven Strasburg. So, man, Max Scherzer, one of the all-time greats. I think just the tenacity. He'll go in the Hall of Fame as one of the nastiest pitchers, the one that was just people feared facing. So, I went in and I got a card that doesn't. It's not worth a lot, but it will end up being a lot. I mean, it's up right now. It's about you can get it for like $100 in mint, but it's 2007 Topps update and highlights. It's his UH 280 Max Scherzer. It's his best, in my opinion, his best rookie card. So
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's cool. All right. My guy I went with for my market movers pick for this week should be able to get, if you're keeping up on the news, he actually just recently had a statue unveiled for him in his hometown of St. Paul, Minnesota. Yep, he was born in St. Paul, Minnesota, grew up there, earned a full baseball scholarship to the University of Minnesota, where he starred in baseball and basketball for the Golden Gophers. Eventually, he decided to choose baseball, and he was selected in the first round, 4th overall pick of the 1973 MLB draft. He then went on to sign with the Padres, worked himself up, and he got promoted actually directly. Didn't spend a single day in the minors there. He was promoted directly to the major leagues and got his career started in 1973
with the Padres.
With the Padres, yes. He then moved on from there, signed a lucrative contract, and moved on to the Bronx and played with the Yankees, where George Steinbrenner, investigated him at times here because he didn't want to pay the money on the contract there, and him and Steinbrenner were really kind of at odds. After the Yankees, he went to California, played for the Angels, went over to after that went to the Blue Jays and won a World Series with Toronto, and then went and played for his hometown team of the Minnesota Twins and finished out his career with the Cleveland Indians. He was a 12-time All-Star World Series champion, 7-time Gold Glove Award winner, 6-time Silver Slugger Award winner, Roberto Clemente Award winner, NL RBI leader in 1979. His number has been retired by the Padres, and he's part of the Padres Hall of Fame. He was elected to Baseball's Hall of Fame in 2001 on the first ballot, and really had some killer mutton chops in the 70s too. So
you kind of had me stumped for a minute there, but then when you said the investigation, that opened up. I had no idea Dave Winfield was from Minnesota.
Yeah, how about that, huh? Yeah,
that's crazy. I had no idea. Wow, and I didn't even know he was a basketball star.
I did. The things you find out, right?
Wow.
Career 283 average, 3,110 hits, 465 home runs, and over 1,800 RBIs. And now he has a statue in Minnesota. So nice. The only reason I saw that is because Magic Johnson posted about it on the socials. So I saw.
Oh, dope. Okay.
Yeah, because I guess him and Magic have been friends for years. So the card I used for market movers, actually, I used his 1974 Topps rookie card. Nice. This one fluctuates depending on condition. Go anywhere between $30-$40 to ungraded up to some go $70-$80 ungraded. And then you start getting into the graded, it starts getting into the hundreds. But mine obviously is just a raw 1974 Topps Dave Winfield rookie card. So that's my market movers pick of the week.
Very cool.
Yeah. Well, speaking of cool, should we get the candles out and celebrate a birthday?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, looking online at this guy, he's pretty old. So, some of his cards from his playing day, the one that I like the most would be his 1909 to 1911 T206 card. Fetches even in a non-graded condition can fetch a lot of money, and it's a none other than a happy heavenly birthday to baseball great and Hall of Famer Jack Chesbro, born on June the 5th of 1874. Mike, you want me to roll out these stats here? I'll show you these Hall of Fame stats.
We're getting pissed off looking at them.
198 career wins, 2.68 career ERA, 1,265 strikeouts. Played with the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1899 to 1902, and then the New York Highlanders from 1903 to 1909, and then the Boston Red Sox ending in 1909. Career highlights and awards, he's got one of them. 2-time wins leader in 1902 and 1904. He was elected to the Hall of Fame in 1946 by, not the Veterans Committee this time, it was the Old Timers Committee.
Bastard.
And a little trivia on Mr. Chesbro. His 1904 record for games won in a season 41 has stood for over a century, one of the oldest major records in baseball or in any other sport. I doubt anyone's going to get to a single season win total of 41. So there you go. That's his claim to fame, was that one magical 1904 season.
Shit pisses me off, man. So, all right. So you have the, let's see, there's too many committees, right? They have already the Baseball Hall of Fame features 3 specialized voting committees. These are collectively known as the Eras Committees, formerly the Veterans Committee. And we're structured to rotate on a 3-year cycle. So you got the Contemporary Baseball Era Committee, the Contemporary Baseball Era Non-Player Committee, and the Baseball Classic Baseball Era Committee, which that's what the Negro League stars and everything get in.
Mm-hmm.
Too many fucking committees, in my opinion. And guys like this, like, great, your career was like a Shawn Green-esque in terms of being solid, but come on, man. Like, Hall of Fame, like, let's stop. Let's stop.
Did not hit 300 wins. Did not even get 200 wins, and did not get 3,000 strikeouts.
Yeah. The benchmarks are just
over
not
1,200.
there.
Benchmarks not even close. And it's
That's
not even like
insane.
he was on a bunch of World Series teams like Phil Rizzuto,
Right. Yeah.
He didn't even win a World Series.
He didn't even win a World Series. He just knew a guy or blew a guy, one of the two.
Yeah, one of the two. He's just a very solid pitcher. So,
yeah.
There you go. Yeah,
well, fucking happy birthday, you lucky blew a dude to get in the Hall of Fame, son of a bitch.
There we go. There it is. Yep. Couldn't agree more.
Well, that's a fucking show, or else, or how I like to put it, the bitch fest of AJ Hinch show.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's totally what we should title the show too.
Yeah, no
the
shit.
The AJ
man.
Hinch bitch fest. Got all that off our chest, but I'm sure there's more that we could share, but I'll save it for another show.
Save it for another show, indeed, bro. But in the meantime, we got some stuff coming up, obviously. Guys, be sure to go on our YouTube channel as well, along on the podcast. Keep hitting up our socials. We see all you guys, viewing our reels that Steve is putting out. Steve's been doing a great job of that. And, we're going to have more content. We keep talking about, I think this is the week I finally am going to start doing the video game. Will be this week.
The video game? I'll buckle up.
Yeah, my schedule finally evened out, so I'm able to.
So you're able to dive into it. That's awesome.
Yeah, dive into it. Just trying to see if my brother Mark wants to join, and we can play MLB The Show. So guys, watch for that. We'll post it on our YouTube channel. Thank you for going to the Underdog site. We appreciate that. We're still with Underdog. We love Underdog. But come on, jump on over and show us some love over there where you get more content. That I'm trying to think of anything else. No, I think that's it. I think that's
okay. Yeah.
I think that's it. That's check.
Yeah. You've hit all the nails. Yeah. Check us out on socials. We're on TikTok. We're on X. We're on Instagram. Obviously on YouTube. We're growing following there. But like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff on all the social platforms so we can continue growing the brand there. Unsubscribe and then resubscribe. It all helps on the algorithm. So
absolutely
keep doing it. So we appreciate it.
And one last thing I want to mention. Listen, we run, to our sponsors at Market Movers, we run these daily giveaways, right? Or these monthly giveaways. Guys, check your fucking emails. All right. Like you guys have all, thank you for listening to the show and entering in the Market Movers giveaway, the monthly giveaway. Then we'll run another one, and we give away for Market Movers gives away free hobby boxes and guys, check your emails.
Check your email, please.
Look your
check your spam mail.
Check your spam mail because every time we get a winner, it's hard tracking them down because I don't know if they're checking emails or goes to their spam. But we want to say, I
want to give you the stuff, all right?
We want to give you the shit. We want to give you the free shit, man. I mean, you listen to this show, it'd be nice to give you some stuff. And, in the future, Steve and I will do our giveaways with other stuff that we have. Maybe merch in the future. Who knows?
Yep,
check your fucking emails.
Check your email, please.
Check it.
If you're getting an email from one of us, it's not spam. All right, we're telling you that we want to. I know there's a lot of scams and stuff out there telling you that you won stuff.
Dude.
This is legit. All right.
Yeah, Steve and I want nothing.
Deal.
We don't want you to pay for anything. We want to give stuff to you. So
we want to give you stuff. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tell me a fucking podcast to do that. There's not many. So in the meantime, guys, have a great week. Check your fucking emails, and we'll see you all next week.
Deuces.